Welcome, my friends, to a daily Lissa video. We've got a little one coming down the stairs and it is noon, so it's time for lunch, and I wanted to show you guys my salad. I'm gonna make it really quick for you on this video, and then we're gonna head upstairs and just have a little chat. Alrighty, first up, I am sort of kind of getting into teas, and not hot teas. I'm going to be cold brewing teas, and I got some coconut oolong tea at the Ashland Spice Store. And most teas are dehydrated under 115 degrees, so they are raw anyways. The thing is, you don't want to use hot water, so you want to cold brew. And I have this awesome, cool, epic bottle from the tea store. And you just fill this up with a little bit of your tea and add cold water. It takes longer to cold brew. It's about, I've heard all different kinds, from 2 to 4 hours. You basically just put it in here, put cold water in it, and let it sit for 4 hours. In the fridge. Some people will turn it into iced tea after by adding sugar and other things that I won't be adding, but I'm going to try doing this. And yeah, coconut oolong tea, it smells so good. It smells like summer. So I'm just going to use a little tiny bit, oops, and then I'll fill this with water and let it sit for 4 hours so I can drink it while I'm making dinner, probably. All right, so I'll just let this sit, see what happens. And now it's time for lunch. I'm so hungry. So I made lunch this morning, and me and Nate have kind of like, we're trying to morph our morning routine so that it's the most effective possible. So after we do our run and shower, I come into the kitchen, I make us a smoothie, and I make us lunch while Nate films YouTube videos, because he goes to work all day, and when he comes home, we don't always have time to film video for him. We eat, we go for a walk, we spend time with Jacob if he's here. Otherwise, we're going to bed at like, you know, we have to start getting ready for bed around 8:30, so it's hard for him to do any YouTube videos, and I thought the best thing that I can do for him is to make his lunch in the morning and at the same time making mine, and he has that opportunity to make his YouTube videos. So my lunch is pretty much ready, so I'm just gonna show you guys how I build it. So as I mentioned, I made my lunch while I was making Nate's, because it's easier just to chop extra while you're chopping. So I've got in here, we've got some cherry tomatoes, celery, green onions, cabbage, iceberg lettuce, and romaine lettuce, all in one. And it's this easy, guys, legit this easy. There's my salad, pretty much. Pretty much, I still have a few things to add, but it's so easy and simple. And we've got ourselves a beautiful raw salad right here. Let's get that dressing on. This one here is the Rosemary Goddess, and you can find that in my Dips and Dressings book. Ooh. Ooh, it's so good. We'll just pour that on here. All of it, of course, because we want to make sure we get all the calories. Then we have sprouts. Get those sprouts in there. I believe sprouts are part of a very healthy diet, so I do like to include them. Recycle, recycle, recycle. Then we have some raw sauerkraut. If you guys aren't used to eating sauerkraut, it's definitely recommended to start off slow, using like a tablespoon at a time, because it might upset your gut if you're not used to it and your gut flora is totally out of balance. I could theoretically eat this entire thing and not have any digestive upset. Me and Nate have been known to consume half of this each. We are pretty sauerkraut obsessed. And kimchi too, we eat a lot of kimchi. So I'm gonna put this on the salad. Let's see. Here we go. Save some for later. And last but not least, we have sun-dried tomatoes. I'm gonna put those on. You can make your own sun-dried tomatoes in the dehydrator. Roma is best. Woo-hoo. So really, lunch didn't take me long to prepare because I already prepared it this morning. And both of our lunches only took me probably 15, maybe 20 minutes with cleaning to make in the morning. And then what, maybe 3 minutes to make it here. So awesome. So yeah, gonna head upstairs and we'll do our little chat. Welcome to my office. Here's my big salad. You can see how big it is. It smells amazing. This is going to be so good. I cannot wait to get into it. Yeah, so today is Friday and I took Koba out for a walk this morning. We did 5 a.m. club this morning and it felt amazing. We always say how much we love it whenever we're doing it because it really focuses us and we really like doing that and having a game plan for the day, waking up early, getting our lunch prepped, and we just feel more organized. So much better than staying up late, which is very easy to do. But staying on point and going to bed early is so important. Set an alarm on your phone for 8:50. And as soon as the alarm goes, drop everything you're doing. You can use the 5-second rule. Remember yesterday I made a video about the 5-second rule. The book is by, the author is Mel Robbins. And just count down. As soon as your alarm goes off, you drop everything that you're doing, turn off Netflix and say 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go to your bedroom. I say upstairs because our bedroom's upstairs, but go and get ready for bed. Wash your face, get in your PJs, do what you need to do. You know, you can meditate a little bit or read a book or whatever you have as your evening routine. Create a to-do list for the next day if you want. That is a really great idea because then you can get all of your thoughts out onto paper of all the things that you need to do and you can rest peacefully. And plan out your meals as well, you guys. This is so important. Plan out your meals the night before. I'm going to be making a food journal that you can use. You can print out little kitties. You can print it out and use it as a food journal. I'm also going to have a print version on Amazon. Eventually, we'll see how long it takes me to make those. But a food journal the night before. So before you go to bed, plan out what you're going to have for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Think about what's in the fridge, think about what you might need to get, think about the dressings you want to try, and write it down. Write it down and plan your day. Just focus on one day at a time. It's so much easier, so much more manageable. Like when we do 5 a.m. club, we just focus on waking up at 5 a.m. We don't focus on doing this for the rest of our lives or whatever, because that's really overwhelming. So if you just focus one day at a time, it can get a lot easier. So write down breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and then the next day, execute. So yeah, what's happening today? We had somebody come and check. There was a leak in the bathroom downstairs, so they came over for that. I answered all my emails. I am going to be working on, I think, on a video for Studio X Yoga Studio. I really need to get that done. So I'm gonna have to start working on that. And if you guys have seen our wedding photos, the wedding photos are amazing. I'm so happy with them. They turned out awesome. We took a trip in October. We actually had our wedding photos photographed, these ones that you're seeing right now. We had these photographed on October 6th. October 6th is a very special date for us because that was the very first time that we talked online as interviewee and interviewer. I did an interview of Nate for YouTube because of his success story using my meal plan, and that was October 6th. So when we were planning, our photographer mentioned October 6th and we're like, yes, that's the day we're gonna go get our wedding photos done. So we took a nice trip down to Yosemite National Park and we had a blast. It was so fun, and yeah, our photographer was amazing. Her name's Joni Bilderback Photography, epic photos, and I am going to be editing a video of our little trip down to Yosemite, so watch for that. That should be up, I'm hoping, within the next couple weeks. But tomorrow we plan to go skiing. I have never skied, and as a Canadian, that's kind of strange. I used to figure skate when I was younger until I was about 14, and then I stopped. So I have figure skates and I have great experience on the ice. I used to be able to do the flips and the spins and all of that. But I've never skied before. I've only snowboarded once when I was about 22, I'll say. I don't really know what age I was, but I went snowboarding and never went skiing. So I gifted myself some gear to go skiing. I have new goggles and helmet and snow pants, and gloves. So I'm ready to go, and we're gonna go skiing tomorrow if the snow is nice up there. If it's not, we might not go, but yeah, we'll film that. I'll take you guys along. We'll do a vlog style, which should be fun. And yeah, that's pretty much it that's going on. I wanted to mention to you guys about Cronometer because I was talking to a couple people actually, so this subject has come up where people don't want to track their calories because they feel like it's obsessive or kind of eating disorder behavior, or they assume they're already eating proper amounts and stuff like that. I wanted to say that Cronometer is like training wheels on a bicycle. We need to be tracking when we're starting to learn how to properly eat because we don't know how to properly eat. So we need to learn what is going into our bodies, how much is going into our bodies. A lot of people see my salads and they're like, you eat all of that for lunch? I eat all of this for lunch and then again at dinner. I eat a lot of food, and so many people are surprised by the volume that I eat, but you have to eat that much. I've coached too many people over the years, and a lot of them have issues. Maybe their hair is falling out. That's a big one. They're losing their periods for women. They're losing too much weight. They're falling into maybe obsessive like cleansing ideals, like detox culture, where they're going on extreme fasts when they don't need to, just to be more pure. They're doing a lot of mono meals. They're not adding that variety to heal their gut. And then when they're finished their fast or their fruit island, like some people do banana island where they eat nothing but bananas for a week or two. The problem with that is that our gut bacterias need variety of raw plant fiber. They need that to thrive, and we need them to thrive because they create a lot of nutrients for us. They convert certain things into other things for us. We need them. They comprise 70%, or comprise, I guess is the word, 70% of our immunity. So we need those guys. We gotta feed those guys. And there's a lot of carnivores, and I'm sure there's probably some watching, hi guys, who are going to tell me that fiber is an unnecessary nutrient and we don't digest it. So why bother eating it? They are correct on one point only, that we do not digest fiber. This is true. However, our gut flora that is incredibly important, that's food for them. We need to feed them. All of this fiber is feeding my probiotics, and that in turn brings a lot of good digestion, immunity, blah, 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 all that good stuff. The gut microbiome is so important. Fiber is so important, not for us to digest, but for the good bacteria to digest. So yeah, fiber, important. Tracking your calories, important, because a lot of people will try to intuitively eat because they don't want to get into that obsessive behavior, but using it as a tool, training wheels on your bike, just to get yourself going is what I would love to see people do more of, so that you know what 10% looks like, 10% of fat, I mean. You want to know how much food you need to eat. You need to know how much variety, where you're getting certain nutrients from. Like, learn the food that you're putting into your body. Learn the quantities that you're putting into your body, and really work with the program to fine-tune your diet so it works so good for you. This is why I recommend using Cronometer. It's not a crutch. It's not something you have to do forever. I still use Cronometer here and there, especially when I do what I ate in a day videos, just to show you guys what I'm eating. And when I look at it, I'm like, oh, this is good, I'm on track, or maybe I need to eat more bok choy for more calcium or whatever. You really learn what you're ingesting, and it's so vitally important because the majority of us have gone our whole lives without knowing exactly what to eat, how much to eat. And we're taught we need to restrict our calories, but we have to restrict our calories when we're eating junk food because you can't eat a lot of junk food. And yeah, it's just all of this diet advice online is causing a lot of issues with the raw vegan because you can't put classic diet advice onto a raw vegan diet. It just doesn't work. So we need to relearn how to eat, and Cronometer is a great option for that. So yeah, what else can I talk about? I love you guys. I'm glad you guys like this. I've had a lot of good feedback off the first one, so I'm gonna do more of these. One more thing that's been on my mind is it's been really odd lately to be one of the few last raw vegans on YouTube, I guess. I mean, it's kind of weird. I mean, we've got Ted Carr, he eats cooked food now, but he's an ethical vegan and he promotes a raw vegan diet. We've got Chris Kendall, Fully Raw Christina. And I'm forgetting people, I know I am. Those are the top ones that I can think of right now, but there aren't a lot of us left. Tanny Raw is another one. But yeah, I feel kind of like, I don't even know the word. It's kind of strange to be in like uncharted territory because I felt like I was part of like this bigger group, and now a lot of them have fallen off, and I do get a lot of questions about, you know, why people are going back. And just from my perspective, everyone's going to be different, and people are going to go back for their own personal reasons. But what I've noticed, and this happens to a lot of people who aren't even online, who are just people messaging me or commenting or whatever, who have gone back and, you know, we talk about what they were eating and everything. I see patterns in these people. The patterns are, and again, if you do these things, it doesn't guarantee that you're going to go back, but it's just patterns and it's just observation. You're just my 2 cents. Take it or leave it, whatever you want to do. I'm just chatting. Like I said, daily vlogs. You're just going to get what's in my mind out here. Blah. What I've noticed is these people are doing severe restrictive diets. So they're eating very, very low calorie. Long term, this is going to cause binge eating disorders or desires, I guess I could say. If you go too long limiting your calories, you're going to be hungry. Your body needs nutrients and it'll look for them wherever. So I've noticed a lot of these people will be doing a restrictive version of raw food, maybe like really super high fruit, very low variety, hardly any greens. And then with time, they become depleted. And things start popping up. Maybe their gut microbiome is out of whack. They've been stressed out. They're not sleeping properly. Like there's so many other things to do with health other than just diet, but they come to a point where they feel really sick. They then go into a fast or something. They'll do a juice fast or a water fast or even extreme dry fasting. This depletes them further because they're already really depleted, and this causes more problems. Now what happens, I've noticed, again, this is all just observation. So when you go long periods fasting, especially water and dry fasting, you're limiting the amount of fiber that's going into the body. You're limiting the food for your good bacteria. So a lot of them start to die off. Then when you finish your fast, even if you refeed properly, it's going to be really difficult because you have very small colonies of bacteria in your colon. So a lot of people will be like, oh my gosh, now I started eating raw again and I've got all these digestive issues and all these problems. I must be still toxic, so I need to do another cleanse. So they go back onto a water fast, or they restrict more, or they feel like they have been in this restrictive mindset, so they go full off onto the other side where they start eating vegan junk food. They feel better because they're getting a lot of calories. They feel nourished because they're eating dense stuff, and it's creating a dopamine reaction, and they're feeling good. So they tend to go from the juice fast to raw, and then to like the heavy cooked stuff. Then a lot of them have gone to animal products. So, I mean, The link in there, I have no idea. I'm just saying these are observations that I've observed over the years, and I haven't had a problem with raw because I maintain my diet over 2,400 calories a day, and I eat a lot of greens. I also don't live in the label. So when people say that I'm a raw vegan, I live in a label and I'm restrictive and everything, I just use the words raw vegan to describe how I eat. I don't live in the box. I live outside the box, but I use the box to describe how I eat because I'll explain a little differently because that was confusing. I can eat whatever I want, really. I could eat French fries if I wanted. I could eat sweet potatoes. I could make vegan mac and cheese. I could have a Beyond Burger. I could have anything I want. I don't restrict myself from that opportunity. However, I don't choose them. That's really all it is. So I have the freedom to eat whatever I want, but I don't want to. This is what I'd rather eat. I'd rather eat this than a Beyond Burger. And that's just me. That's how I have overcome living in the label, feeling restricted, all that kind of stuff. I just decided I can eat whatever I want. But what do I want to eat? I want to eat a raw salad. That's what I feel the best eating. So that's just my 2 cents on the subject. And yeah, otherwise, that's pretty much it. I'm going to eat this delicious salad, my friends. I really want to get into this. Oh, it's gonna be good. And yeah, again, UK Fruit Fest, free ticket. If you want to enter to win a free ticket, you can go to fruitfest.co.uk/registration. The link is on the bottom here and in my description box. Head over there, sign up. The contest ends end of January 2020. So please sign up and hopefully we will see you there. Nate's coming with me to that. Also, Ted Carr and I and Nate are doing a retreat, Portland, Oregon, February 12th to the 22nd. If you're interested in that, you can message me. All of my ebooks with delicious dressings, like the one right in this salad, are available here at the link up here on the screen. These are all ebook versions, and you can get print versions on Amazon. All of the links for everything is in the description box below, so head down there, check it out, and you can find me on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter at Raw Food Romance, on Facebook, Lissa's Raw Food Romance, and I am on Snapchat, not very often, but I am over there, so you can find me at Lissa Raw Vegan. So until next video, guys, hope you enjoyed. And fruit on.